Why would that man testify about a job I had got him? You when they start that, something be going on. Now, what didn't happen about him? Yeah, y'all know my struggle. I came up here and preacher got me on LA Fitness. He didn't tell about it. He found out they were looking for him one day. There ain't no way he ain't come to work. He was in the back sleep, though. He didn't tell all that. He opened the door up, didn't he? They were looking for him. They called. He called the lady. He told the lady, listen, yeah, this Josh. I can't come in. Yeah, something wrong with my back. She like, okay, don't worry about it. So she done drove all the way up there, snow, sliding around on ice, trying to get it where she ended up working everything, working hard, sweating, funky and everything. Weed done fell down. She go in the back to get something. Josh in the back there sleep on a couple of on some pine bowl boxes. I thought you couldn't come to work. I mean, I can't come out the storage room. I'm here chilling. You're like, what kind of, how many of y'all remember that? How many of y'all think I'm making this story up? It ain't how like that. You couldn't come to work. You want to sleep on the premises though. You hear that? It was similar. Let's see how similar was it. Was you supposed to be at work that day? They can't hear you. Was you supposed to be at work that day? Did you call in that day and say you couldn't work? When do you usually call in and say you can't come to work? After you get to work, or if you call and say I can't come in, do you usually say that when you there or before you supposed to be there? Okay, so you called beforehand and said you couldn't work. Were you on the property? On the property. Were you on the property to sleep? Huh? And sleep. That's what we real similar. This similar here is exactly the same, ain't it? That's all right. He ain't know no better back then. Y'all all right? But that's a good one, right? He look, he ain't get shot. Woo, only him. I think sometimes some of these members, I said, how did I find some of these people? There need to be something on YouTube that can look back at you and shut off. Ain't that right? So you can't get my information. It need to be something like, well, a thumbprint, like every time you be looking at move, it just blocking that number on the bottom of that podium so you can't see it. You can't do with so many of these people. I'm being honest. Some of y'all, I think some of y'all, I said, how did I? It's like you just stuck in a enigma. Y'all all right? All right, look at Jesse that thinking. I remember Jesse called me crying. Why are you talking about my pastor? Remember that Jesse? He wasn't crying, his phone was leaking. Oh, I had whoa, Jennings out here called me crying. Why are you destroying him? He's a little man of God, because he about that tall. He's a little man of God. He couldn't say a big man, he been lying, he about that big. Man, Jesse, you remember that when you called me crying? Ryan called me. Yeah, you did call and talk to me. Then I met you when you came to get baptized. Yeah, that's right, he came, yeah. I remember some of these folks in here. Keisha, I remember she was smoking, she was drinking real bad on the phone. That wasn't you. That was Carrie. No. Keisha, put that liquor down, Keisha. We got to get it right. No. Now, y'all out of change. I remember Twin called me. Janae called me. Isn't that right? She was in there watching live streaming pregnant, wasn't you? She said, my husband outside, I'm in here watching. She said, I'm trying to get down there, I'm trying to join. I remember that, didn't I? I told her, key holder, I think he called me on the Shabbat. I told her, you trying to think about it now? It was a Shabbat. Sarah had one out, she had called me, told me she was trying to get down here, she wanted to join. That's all right. Sarah, I remember you pulled up out here drunk and you had dropped them beer cans in front of the front door. Riley said, I like that, right? Riley, you called me? Yeah, I remember Riley called me. I said, cut your motorcycle down. I said, sir, your motorcycle, I'm not. I said, that was that. Well, y'all off the chain around here, boy. I had some time. You didn't call as you used to email me. I remember they told me you were trying to move over here. You called me before you tried to call. I remember, you probably tried to dial one of them egg rolls. Because no, them things like that long, you can't dial them things in there right now this time. Yeah, that's good. They're good, Jessica. Jessica. She said, I don't ever eat them. They just give me, throw them over a bag. I think you use it for baseball. Y'all good? Miko? I remember you had called me. Shirt was wrinkled up in the front. Another time. Now one, he had like that was my, he had one, like he had his shirt in. He was disgusted. What's Justin name? Jess, is it vague? You remember that trip? Down to my, yeah. Because it wasn't nothing going on. He had, just remember, he had, you had that dress shirt in, but he had one side hanging out. Oh, when he was just disgusted, didn't nothing go right. And the back was hanging out. It was hanging down. The back part came out like right here. He just walking. He was disgusted. He just walking scared. So he was just disgusted. He just, didn't nothing go right that whole trip. We had to make him put that shirt in. Where Darryl? Darryl, you remember that, don't you? What he discussed it that day? Everybody he asked, that joker didn't want, he ain't like nobody else. He asked me, you remember preacher, then he asked me, you remember one time preaching about, now, man, you talking to me. Yeah. Darryl, do you remember? Darryl said, yeah, it's a video on YouTube. He fired out on Dwayne. Dwayne's shirt was hanging out there. No, it won't. He had to go outside. He had to tuck that shirt in. He come back. He had that apple on that one pocket in that mouth. Everything was. We're like, what kind of? It was acid white jeans. Man, that thing, we was just that right from now. I was like, man was bargaining for apple. Man, we had a time. But then early that day we was at Chile. He wanted to go somewhere else to eat. Because we were down there for the word. We didn't want to rent him up. What that was you enjoy? What that was you wanted? A Charger. Y'all gonna rent a Charger. They made around gave them an LTD, a police car they had to ride around there. We like, man, you ride around that police car and be happy. Man, in Miami, man, y'all trying to eat out. We go eat on the beach. We like, man, we eating at Chili's. I wanted that baby. He walked in there, that polo shirt he had bought from the flea market. Back of that thing come down here. That thing was serious. That polo, that polo like this thing around. The man, like, he won't be sitting even, don't it? That joke about that, you can tell that heart was getting ready to come up on that nigga, finna throw him off. That joke was getting ready, because he had one on polo, both the feet supposed to be down on it. He had one foot up, that heart was getting ready to throw that joke. Man, that thing was funny to death down there. Man, we had a great time down there. Now I had to start interviewing everybody before I go out of town behind that. But that was beautiful, though. Beautiful time. Also, Mother Shea, they released her today, didn't they? Thank the Most High. I'm happy they released her, sent her home. Glad she made it home safe, and Most High gracious to her, and appreciate everybody else. Plus, our sisters at home, still recovering. Sister Michelle, out of Tennessee, she's still recovering in the baby, and Sister Gabby and the baby, her and Barbara. Appreciate them. Isn't that Barbara? Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. It's glory. Why I keep saying Barbara? Is it a lot of difference between Barbara and Glory? Hell, we talking whatever. Shoot, singing, joking, shut up, all that noise. Oh, my mic's still on. That's all right. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to get ready to roll the board out here. Get everybody rolling. Everybody all right? Talk with y'all a little bit and try to get out of here. We ain't going to talk about nothing but committing sin and stop committing sin so you can get saved. Isn't that right? Right, how girl said she liked the server. Interesting. That's good. She stayed awake better than some of the other jokers in here did. I didn't realize I was up here almost no 3 hours, though. You good, Belinda? You got the exact time. She said, yeah, you good. The way you agreeing, like, it was 3 hours. Man, that thing was rough, though, but I got through with that, man. I was out. Couldn't do nothing but go home and sleep the rest of that night, and all the next day, I was done. So we tried to get in here again. I just figure how you call in your job, you can't come in and you already at work. They're asleep. Is that legal? I mean, and you in the closet though. What you do when your supervisor walk in? And you hold on for a minute. I got some witnesses. They don't believe. How many of y'all don't believe me? Moses got a head. Moses, what happened? What happened? Wow. So when the supervisor opened the storeroom, she had to go back and get some paper. He said, then you get the memo. I told you I can't come to work. Off the chain. That joke was serious, but that was a great job. That no rent free, no electricity. That joker had the light on it. Man, you call in your job, you just sit back there in the back store, come out, do about 50 push-ups, 10 chin-up, then you just go back in the storeroom, and you off. How is that legal? I just wouldn't feel comfortable with your employee and you off and you on the job working. I know you're in that storeroom. I'm gonna call the police. You gotta get out that problem. How many of y'all like that? I'm just gonna feel like I'm getting jilted. Some kind of wanna feel like I'm getting jilted if you own the property and you can't work and you can work out. You know what I'm saying? I love these folks. Him. That was good. Would you just reflect on how you came? You did. I remember when you came. You called me. Because I had to talk to you about that. You were trying to straighten your pastor out. Remember that? Y'all didn't know that, did it? How many of y'all didn't know that? He used to call me. He used to preach. How many of y'all didn't know he used to preach? Two? Only two people? Yeah, he used to be a preacher. Look at Dave looking like, you can't preach to me. Yeah, he used to be, huh? Who happened? You know he was a preacher. See that? I told you. Yeah, we were talking. We were sitting at the table right there, I told him. Right down there, he heard it. He probably heard them talking about it. But then what happened, he used to preach, and he was in there, he got there, his pastor, his pastor used to get up there, pastor get out of line, then he'll come up there and take the mic from his pastor, and then he'd straighten that pastor out, get him straight, and then he'd get the congregation back on line. He told me, yeah, I'm trying to come up there. I'm like, yeah, you don't want to come up here, because I got a gun. I'm like a brother, come in and take the mic from me and go correct the congregation, one of these ministers. He'd be like, I got to shoot you at this point. And this live. Y'all know what I'm saying? This live. It's like wrestling. I got to get somebody to help me stand up here, just dive off and just hit that joker. Isn't that right? I mean, that's wow. But then we calmed it down. I remember, but you were young. He didn't know. A lot of times now, young preachers, they'll do stuff. They be full of the Spirit. They just get out there and they be correcting. Because their pastor wouldn't listen. What, he wouldn't listen? He wouldn't transition. He wouldn't. I was a little different when I started. My pastor wouldn't transition. I just left. I gave him that advice. I told him, I said, I'll just leave. I said, just like a child in the home trying to correct their dad. A lot of it just be the fact they're coming from your child. You ain't going to let nobody in your house tell you how to run your house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, folk had to learn. That was beautiful, I got you, though. Because he could have killed you. For real, man, people get hurt in churches. Seriously, about stuff like that, man, you just jump up and you just go and correct behind the pastor in front of the members. I don't care if they dead wrong. It's going to be one of them situations where you're going to turn the flock against you or you're going to make the man kill you. You know what I'm saying? But I saved him and got him out. You only did it a few times. How many times you corrected him? It was a lot of times. He wouldn't have made it up here with him. Been cut that. We'd have diced that nigga up by like Hannibal Lecter. But I mean, we don't know. Y'all say I had to get these kids. Where these people be at? He wasn't at no Good Fall Church. That church had to have some truth in it. Good Fall Church, you'd have been dead. They weren't even false right. It's bad when you ain't even a right false church. The right false church, though, that'd have been it, man. That would have been it. I come out from that true dirt. They had a fella just ask the bishop a question. He told him he didn't even want them to choir to practice no more in the sanctuary. He wanted to practice in the basement. Fella walked in. He said, excuse me, Bishop, I just got in here. Why you say you didn't want the choir to practice? He said, what you say? He said, I'm the general overseer of the True Churches of God in Christ Incorporated. You don't ask me no question. He said, my elders would have been here. I had to pull them off for you. You don't ask me. All he asked was, he got there late. And he didn't know why he said he couldn't practice in the sanctuary no more. He told that Joe, he said, man, I had to pull my elders off for you. He said, you don't ask me no question. Think now he would have grabbed that mic and pulled that stuff. He did. Man, that's rough. That's beautiful. I got you, though. But see, I get that been beautiful. I got you, baby, to work with. You know better than that now, don't you? You do sometimes, you be like, sometimes look like I be getting out, like sometimes I be needing some help. It working. Cause he probably be itchy, cause sometimes like he be itchy, I say so, he be like, that just don't sound right. I mess with him. But see how he just blessed us to get together. And I'm on Mike when he came. Like, you be looking so intelligent when you just first drive him. Might be real, I'd be like, you're real smart, but he be like, the driver him come back, then he fell off. Ain't that right? Started thinking about going to twerking. And then he came back, twerking when he tried to do a handstand. It didn't work out, he kept falling over. Then he realized he couldn't twerk. He said, "Can't you twerk?" I ain't going to work. If it don't twerk, you must go to work. Like Johnny Cochran. And it worked out when he went to work. He can't twerk. Isn't that right? Oh, this is beautiful. Y'all all right? Dwayne came, tried like he was broke. When my baptized that joke, he want to know what I do we buy their first meal, new member. We look around like, that nigga want a meal. They got baptized. You remember that there playing cheat? What joke of cheat? Do y'all pay for the new member food? How many of y'all can see that? Just done cheat. Ooh, boy, we came along. Then Rod, he was a Rhodes Scholar. Came in with all them big words, pronounced them, couldn't spell them, but he could pronounce them real good. Knew the definition to them, but he just couldn't get them to pass that test at that school, could it? What was you going to be, a pharmaceutical incorporated instructor? What was you trying to be? A mad scientist. They be like, mad, you know, mad. Man said, nah. No, you're going to be a lab scientist. What you want the scientist on? Microbiology, small things. That's scary. That small stuff gets you killed. Like I said, it's the little things. Isn't that right? I remember Felicia called me. She called me about Brian Cohen. I remember all these members. I know every one of them. Every member asked me about getting a computer. I told them for what? I told them we got a computer. I know every member in this synagogue. Isn't that right? In town, out of town. I remember Kim be going, "Oh, Pastor," that phone around. I said, that phone around. "Oh, Pastor." I said, "Hey, praise the Lord, Brother Ken." I said, "Yeah." I know somebody really trying to have me get that. I said, "All right, I ain't getting that." And I said, yeah. I said, y'all got to get ready to go now. I didn't know what I had agreed to. I didn't know what I was agreeing to. I think he said, "Hello, Pastor." That'd be it. I couldn't understand nothing. I said, he's talking in tongues. Y'all all right? That's all right. Thank the Most High. Get ready to go. Look around here, remember everybody. Gina called me crying. Isn't that right? Kevin called me, talking about how many gays was in Virginia. You need to get out here. I remember exactly, that was verbatim. Remember Hayward came up in that thunder lightning suit. It was raining, wind. I mean, forward, man, you remember y'all trying to get it done, the wind was blowing back. Hayward right behind, man, wind blowing all kind. We like, what's wrong with this weather? Then he took his coat off, we turned the heat up, then it like subsided a little bit. Had he kept that suit on, we'd had to build another ark. They done got a committee now where they suspending people. Depending on what you say, the committee. Who all on the committee, Hayward? You and Dwight, there ain't no committee. That's a conspiracy. That's all right. Then I remember Bishop called me. Isn't that right, Bishop? Bishop showed up. Isn't that right? You doing like a dog in the bone. Come and fetch us. I had to go get Bishop and bring him from Virginia. Ain't that right? Preaching that word down there. Ain't that right? He said you just told the Bible for the head. What you was, assistant chaplain? They just call you chap. They call you bishop. That's what I named him, bishop. They call him bishop. He had told him when we was at the table, he said, pastor, that's all. I was like, I'm like, what? He like, I mean, it's a good title. I said, I'm like, he said, a bishop outrank a pastor. So I just try to be real humble. Sometimes I pray, I look at him and say, man, said Bishop good. I don't want to get too far out there to Bishop. He let me know he outranked me. Ain't that right? I don't want to lose. I don't want to get snatched down. So we're doing what we can do in here. Y'all all right? Man, y'all ought to change that play. Yoshi called me, had them little squirrels and stuff in the background, crickets. Cricket. Isn't that right? She told me, I'm looking for somewhere to straw. I'm like, what? Somewhere to stay? Yeah, somewhere to straw. Because that's what they call that. You just lay some hay out there and you just lay down and go to sleep. So she was looking for somewhere to stray, look somewhere to straw. Y'all all right? Amber? Let me call me. Amber's on that cane back then, though. Now she done calmed down. She done got off for it. Now she doing better. Michelle just showed up. Came like she had a martyr uniform on, like that martyr security. Little blue blazer, gray slack, had a little hair all out. It's okay, it's okay. No, that's a good word I preached when she came. Isn't that right? I remember in Canada, that's Josh fruit. Josh told me, he said, I remember when I baptized everybody over, you know, Josh came in like you finna get ready to baptize. Like you finna get ready to baptize somebody. That's my fruit. I'm like, yeah, he told him, he didn't want to let it. Gandhi would have fell away and went for him. He told him, you ain't no saint. That took off the chain. He thought you were his fruit, though, didn't he? Remember Abraham pulled up with that afro, had that grass in his hair? Pum, 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 that Fred song. Pum, 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 pum. Y'all remember he had that Fred song before it up? Pum, 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 pum. All he needed was the money on the side of that. He had that Fred sandwich tray. He was excited. What happened to that white sweater? You still got it? They're gone. Boy, he had that white sweater. That thing was like it was choking him. That little fat black afro had a little grass dangling in the back. We be letting he'll go lay on the grass just before he come to serve. He had to work on something. Even his stuff was working, he just go there and unhook it. Man just took the one out of his tow truck just so he can get enough wind to come through the door. Air conditioner, that chunk. He done went, motherfucker rolled it down. Everyone took the panel and took the glass out. Sold. He said it. Y'all all right? Abraham just let it go. Man, the time Boston went up there with him, he went with Boston. He had Boston that moved down here from South Dakota. Boston let it wide. You flew back down? You flew back. Boston decided to drive, not gonna be with it, help and ride back. He driving, wouldn't turn on no air. Boston paying for gas truck. He done got beside the truck, the trailer, had some air conditioning units, some big commercial. He told Boston, what's that over there? I was like, what? What's that over there? I said, hey, man, I don't know. And you went to college. I said, I ain't go to college for no machinery. He done shot Boston down. Body hurt. I'm joking, you went to college. Well, y'all off the chain around here. Where you find these people from? Woo, y'all too much. Yeah, we're going to get ready to try to go to work. Get ready to clock in.